Hello traders and welcome to the first of many technical analysis videos brought to you by Orbex.com. You are now surfing the waves with Richard. Before I go into the analysis, I feel that I should be getting you up to speed on my views and how I'm analyzing the charts so you can get to know me better. As a summary on what tools I'm using for the technical analysis, well, my specialty is Elliott Wave Analysis, and I'm combining it with many other things such as harmonics, structures, patterns, channels, Fibonacci measurements, divergences, breakouts, or even flag formations. Elliott Wave Analysis provides me with the capability to be one step ahead of the crowd most of the times, recognizing structures, changes, or upcoming swings, thus preparing me psychologically. It's a great tool to use in my view and could make a big difference as well. Allow me to demonstrate with some previous views and also show you how they work out, how they actually work out. So as you can see, I'm on the dollar index chart here on the daily chart, and what I have here labeled is indeed an entire primary cycle ABC. Okay, so basically the downtrend, as you guys know, actually started from the 3rd of January 2017, so it's exactly 1 year. This is the entire cycle. So basically, how I'm labeling this cycle is in an ABC primary, thus completing a cycle base A wave or an X wave. So um, basically, I'm just going to take it from the top here, explain to you guys how I'm seeing things. I'm seeing a leading diagonal and then a double free in primary B, thus leading us towards a C wave, which is indeed extended. Yeah. So I'm going to count it off with intermediate 1 and then 2 retracement intermediate 2. Yeah. And then the extension in the third wave intermediate free red right here with 1, 2, 3, 4, and the extension occurring in the fifth wave minor 5, this blue 5 right here. Now, following that, we obviously we reversed. We had a correction, a complex WXY correction intermediate 4, and then of course after this 4, wave 5 started developing, which is incomplete so far. So we have basically this leaves me to think that there's one more swing left in order for this entire cycle to be complete. So in other words, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus on this wave right here, and I'm gonna tell you guys basically how this actually pans out. But the point that I'm trying to make today is obviously I said that I'd like you guys to get to know me better and how my views look like, how I'm seeing things. So I'm gonna I'm gonna explain to you guys here how this retracement actually occurred. Now, wave 5, this intermediate 5, is supposed to complete wave C, the extension itself. Now, within this wave 5, normally we would have 5 waves minor scale, also this red 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 1, 2, 3, and then the retracement actually started here for this 4. Could be complete in some traders' views, however, this is a complex structure the way I see it, and this is because the law of alternation here, because we had a simple retracement, a zigzag retracement in wave 2. I'm gonna go onto this so I can actually show you a couple of examples on how, because what's the point of using an analysis if it doesn't work? So I'm gonna actually explain to you and give you some examples on how I'm viewing things and how these views worked out. Yeah. So this is obviously for you to actually see the power, how powerful Elliott wave analysis can be sometimes. So in other words, let me just count it off here. We have wave 1 and then 2 and then the extension occurring in wave 3, which should imply wave 5 to develop in the same amount of time and length as wave 1 according to the Elliott wave guidelines. Yeah. So I'm going to zoom in right here. I mean, from the daily chart, I'm going to zoom in on the 2-hour chart, and I'm gonna go on this head and shoulders formation right here on this wave 2, in which I was paying attention on December 12th on the Federal Reserve interest rates hike decision, and basically seeing this wave 3 extension right around the corner. Yeah, so basically, this is what I'm trying to explain. Elliott Wave Analysis can provide you with that capability to foresee things before they happen. So let me go on a 2-hour chart. Okay, now this is the labeling which I've done for this minor 4. I know it's tricky, I know it's hard, but don't worry about it. I'm going to explain to you guys how I'm seeing these things. Within this mess, believe me, there's everything is organized right here, and I'm going to go through each and every detail for you. But for now, let me just go on the to wave 2 right there on December 12th. Yeah. So let me see. This is basically the analysis which I've done on December 12th when I said that there is a possibility for wave 2 to actually complete at a 161.8, 150, 161.8 of A and B, thus determining the target for C wave right here. But also wave 2 was supposed to have a 61.8 retracement due to the look um, of this zigzag corrective pattern to the upside. So we have 5 waves on the downside for red 1 and then 3 waves on the upside for wave 2. So I'm gonna I'm gonna click on the play button so I can actually load the new bars and you guys can actually see how it panned out. Yeah. So from the top there, this is basically wave 3 ending right here, and I'm gonna go on this entire structure so I can basically explain to you how how I'm viewing things and how I was prepared to see all of those swings. Okay, so let me just count it off right here. Now, the reversal actually occurred. So when wave 3 ended right here, I started labeling the correction itself. And don't get me wrong, I thought that this was the entire piece of wave 4, but when it actually started doing this, yeah, this is when the pattern basically changed, yeah, towards a complex type of pattern. Hence the reason why I'm labeling it with WXY, double free. So we have A, B, and then C wave right here. Now, this is when I called, basically this is a video, sorry. Okay, all right. This is when I actually pointed out that there's a possible upswing coming, and then we would most probably resume the downtrend. Yeah. So this is how it panned out. Now, obviously, I thought that this is going to be the end, and we will have 5 waves on the downside. Okay. So we didn't have 5 waves on the down. I mean, not clean five, not a clean 5 wave sequence, right? So what we actually had was an overlap right here. So this couldn't be the fourth wave. This couldn't be the first wave. So if we would have 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4 right here, wave 4 would overlap with wave 1, thus invalidating this, breaking an important rule of Elliott waves and invalidating the structure. Yeah. Then of course, this is another video. Okay. Then of course I was paying attention to the top there and basically trying to catch that fifth wave, the ultimate one. So as we can actually see, the fifth wave didn't develop in a 5 wave sequence, but what happened here is basically a false breakout occurred, thus leaving me to think that we could have a complex structure. So this is when obviously my eyes open and we have basically I recognize this false breakout. So then again right here I started looking for the upside. Yeah. So we had a leading diagonal in subminuet A and then zigzag in subminuet B, and then of course we um, started this. Yeah. So right here on the on the channel, I was expecting this C wave to actually occur and then possibly ending the wave 4 and then dropping. Yeah, dropping towards wave 5. However, we're not there yet. Yeah, it started bouncing around again. So we had we had a rise in the wave C, and then we started basically started dropping. However, started correcting again. Okay, so this is telling me that the structure is beginning to be more and more complex. Hence the reason why I label this as a WXY, thus um, finalizing a minuet scale, minute scale pink W, and then we started the correction. Yeah, so we have a triangle right here. This is when I clearly knew that this couldn't possibly be a 1 2 because triangle does not form in a wave 2. So we have A, B, and then C, thus leading me to think that we finalized an A wave. And I was expecting a correction. Yeah, the correction occurred in wave B right here within a triangle, as we can actually see. So basically, since this isn't triangle, a triangle is it basically represents the balance of forces, and it can be it is allowed. I mean, it is allowed in a triple free as a final piece for the puzzle, yeah, for the structure. So if we have W X Y X and then the triangle in Z, we would have a triple free. So basically, the wave basically to the wave 4 to complete here. So leaving us to think that this might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be the 1, and this could be the 2. Yeah. However, I'm going to analyze this and leave you guys with something here to think about. And should this start a downtrend? Yeah. Obviously, we would need to start dropping right here. Now, if I do zoom into this, I'm going to show you why I'm not really looking at the structure as a triple free right now. Okay, but first let me just continue with this thing. So let's say, yeah, we have here on the actual drop. Yeah, let's see this shooting down. Yeah, again, me posting, being prepared for everything. So let's say again we have here an analysis. Let me see. Okay, another video, and most probably it's going to be okay. Now on the Federal Reserve again on a meeting. Yeah, um, they rose the rates, but obviously the structure was pointing down on triple top and multiple things pointing me. So anyhow, it went down. So I said this is where I thought that it could drop in a 5 wave sequence. However, this retracement is too big to be considered as a second wave. Okay, so I'm starting to think that the correction is indeed um, extending. Yeah, plus plus we actually have a harmonic pattern right here, which is basically looking like this. Yeah. Now, this would obviously point me towards the upside for a last leg before the fall. Okay, so let me just zoom in again. Okay, let's take a look at this sequence together. Now, the way this unfolded is as a zigzag, yeah, with an A and then the B in the middle in a triangle and then the C leg in the 5 wave sequence. So we have basically a structure inside here. And we also have a structure inside the W. Yeah, so we had W, X with a false breakout, and Y in a free wave sequence. So we have an expanding flat in um, pink W, minute, and we have a zigzag in pink minute X, thus leading us to think that we could have a structure here in pink Y, thus completing this minor 4. All right, so the only thing that is left to do is a correction. Then the correction actually started in this B. Okay, now if I were to label this as a 1, 2, and I will start looking down right here, I would have a problem with this piece right here moving beyond the start of wave 1. Yeah, so if we start 1 and then 2, this would invalidate a wave 2 because wave 2 must not go beyond the start of wave 1. Yeah, so it's not a 2, it's basically a started correcting. So it's a B and then C. Thus, it's a W, X, and then because this piece is has gone beyond, I mean below this start, it can't be a 1, 2, 3. Same thing again. So this means that this wave, my minuet orange B, is basically extending. Now, how I would expect this, according to the Fibonacci lines, I would expect this to retrace either 50 or 61.8 on this fibs. So we would have WX and then A, B, C towards this, and somewhere around here on these points of interest to basically reverse here on the upside, thus continuing an ABC, giving us a possible zigzag or a flat formation. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is that I'm seeing a possible correction right here, and then a five-wave sequence on the upside. So if this would confirm as such, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, gaining support on these points of interest, as you can see, this vibration levels right here, we would, in my personal opinion, and an important structure and the entire corrective structure. Now, obviously, I was present here when I said when I heard sorry, when I've seen this correction happening. So therefore, I started posting again on a possible reversal here, on this possible flag formation on this channel, and then obviously aspiring for this rise on the dollar. Okay, and this is basically, I want to show you an example right here on this article which I've posted on the Orbex blog. Yeah, with the analysis itself, shooting for the, explaining how this wave A could basically occur on the upside. All right, so let me just go back here. Okay, so we have a bunch of charts, and I'm going to go through each and every one. Just going to make an example here on the, let's say, what is this? The gold chart on the 2 hours, as we can actually see from the 28th, when the article was posted, 28th of March. Today is the 4th of April. So basically, this actually started unfolding on the downside, gold chart, and then silver as well, and then Euro USD as well. As you can see, I have all of them labeled in a complex double free minor scale. So all I'm basically aspiring for. I'm matching things with potential weakness for the gold, for metals, for euro, and for the pound itself, while this correction would actually occur, yeah, and then the rise. Okay, so we have an A, B, C in the dollar index, and we would have basically an A, B, C in gold, as well as silver ABC, and then euro ABC, thus completing Y, thus completing a very important um, corrective pattern, entire pattern here for in- basically 3 and then 4, thus leaving us with the fifth wave on the upside, coinciding with um, dollar index basically completing that fall for the remaining fifth wave. Okay, so I know it's a bit complicated, so I'm just going to leave it like this for now. I just wanted to display a couple of things. So once again, how I'm seeing things developing, and basically just me leaving you guys with something here for the upcoming week. As I said, I would be seeing a correction right here, and then basically a possible rise in the dollar, thus being the last one in my view. If anything changes, of course, I will be posting. But yeah, for now, that's about it for the dollar index. Um, so so yeah, now let's move on. Now Orbex.com serves its traders responsibly. Therefore, if you would like to expand your trading senses and knowledge, then you may choose to join me for more videos like this on a regular basis, or even sessions, upcoming sessions for the future. Besides the recorded videos, we are also hosting live sessions such as webinars. Some of the sessions are educational, others contain advanced technicals, some even contain live trading, such as the ones hosted monthly on the non-farm payrolls. You are more than welcome to join whichever sessions suit you best. Please see more details in the description. So, thank you very much for watching. This was Richard. Until next time, stay in the green and many pips ahead.